Good morning to you. There you go. Nice little song for you this morning. So, I've been watching the paradigm shift this weekend. Bob is on fire. Yeah. You know, the brilliant thing about the paradigm shift is that Bob studies more and more and more. So I don't care if you've seen it before. When you watch Bob again, you're coming from a different place. And if you hear the same words, you haven't changed. And that's a dangerous place to be in if you want to have more in life. Stop saying, I know. Stop saying, I've watched it before. I know what he says. Stop saying that. If you haven't got the results that you want, and even the people who have the results that they want, they still listen to Bob. They still listen because they know that man is so full of rich ideas. It is unbelievable. Let me ask you something. What dreams have you given up on? Yeah? What dreams have you given up on? Because that's the thing here, is that our paradigms hold us in place, and our paradigms tell us little stories that it's okay. That's for other people. It's okay to have my heart broken over and over again. It's okay not to feel fulfilled. It's okay to fill this void with wine, with constant wanting to get adventure to fill the space that's here, but never feeling fulfilled. It's okay to take drugs. It's okay to go from relationship to relationship to relationship. It's okay to fill it with food. But just imagine if it was just okay, that you didn't have a void to fill, that you had already filled it. You see, that's what the paradigm shift does for you. Now, this paradigm shift, right, is like a summary. I've talked to you before about this Thinking into Results program. The paradigm shift is like a summary of the whole freaking program over 3 days. And you've got a 60-day replay. Get on it. Watch it. Lesson over. Lecture over. Yeah? Honest to goodness, the link's there in the comments. Just flipping get on the damn thing. But anyway, what dreams did you give up on? You know, I'm going to talk about this article, persistence, and it's in lesson 2. And you'll hear Bob talk about persistence as well over the weekend. And here's one thing that, wow, it really got me when I read it. So the people who never tackle mountains, who perpetually wander in the foothills of most of their lives, have, in my opinion, lied to themselves and everyone else who would listen so often and for so long that they are no longer even aware of what they're doing. They say that they are content with their results. They will say that climbing a mountain is not important to them, that they are getting by just fine the way they are. Odds are they secretly started to climb the mountain years ago and got scared. They hit the terror barrier and quickly retreated to their comfort zone and have been hiding behind their own false rationale ever since. They frequently justify their sick, mediocre performance with statements like, "Why should I go all out? When I get there, the boss will just fire me." These non-productive individuals are lost or at best misguided. If you are not able to wake them up, make certain you do not permit them to pull you into their trap. In fact, when you come into contact with these type of individuals, let them serve as a triggering mechanism to mentally double your commitment to yourself to become more persistent. Now that's the thing, isn't it? We've all been hit. You can say, yes, you know that happened, but you know, I tried and I tried. You know what trying is? Trying is just giving yourself the option of failure. Just go out and do, and you're going to learn. And then do. Imagine if Edison stopped and he didn't create the light bulb. Imagine if the Wright brothers stopped and they didn't fly the planes. Yeah, they kept going on and on. Now I know what it's like to be knocked down. Yeah, like I didn't get to 51 sailing into 51. Well, actually, I like to prefer this. I really did sail into 51. There's no problems. I've just had fun along the way. I've had lessons and wonderful lessons along the way, some which took the carpet right from underneath me. But I've learned so much. But what I did was I got back up. But you know what I realized I did whenever the first big wave hit me, about probably 2024, I think it was that I I said this very thing. I put my head above and I thought that everything was fine, and then the carpet was completely pulled away from underneath me, and I dropped and I dropped and I kept my head down for 20 years. 20 years. I kept my head down. I mean, I still studied, I still did everything, but if you asked me to step up and put myself out there and really stretch myself, I would go, well, what's the point? Because I'll just get myself hit again. Somebody will come along and knock me down. And so every time I tried to do something above and beyond, then I would literally, my paradigms would kick in and knock me down. There'd be something. That's the work that I did to clear that, you know? That's the work that the paradigm shifting does and clears that. But I didn't know what was going on then. I mean, I even used to have a happiness level because my mum said I was having too much fun. And so as soon as I would have too much fun, something would come along to make me go realize, see, you were having too much fun. You were enjoying yourself far too much, Sheena. That's not good enough. Like, how silly is that now? Have as much fun as you want. Instead of thinking, what do I have to do? Think, who do I have to be? Yeah? Oh, I want to have more fun. Yeah? Imagine if you did that. Now, here's the thing about success, okay? And this is all about persistence, this article. Superior skills, all right. So whatever you conceive and believe, through persistence you must achieve. Decide right now to be one of those people who make it happen, to be one of the group who receives the lion's share of profits, understanding that to join this select group of big producers, you must begin your persistence exercises now. Make persistence your most well-developed habit. Persistence cannot be replaced by any other quality. Superior skills will not make up for it. A well-rounded formal education cannot replace it, nor will calculated plans, nor a magnetic personality. When you are persistent, you will become a leader in your industry. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful people with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. And the slogan, press on, has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Oh my goodness. Like, just even examples before I started to do this work with Bob was, like, I worked in the pharmaceutical industry for 15 years. 15 years. Then I got to number one in the team I was in. Top 10% in the whole company globally. Yeah. Number one pharmaceutical company in the world. And I was top 10%. 15 years. I actually didn't really have a desire to be number one. That's why I didn't get it, because I thought that was for other people. But then when I started to learn more and more, I started to play a game. So I went for a job that was over and above, Sheena's stepping out of her comfort zone. And I just decided, well, I'll have that job. I'll do that one. I like that one. And for 2 years, I had to go to assessment centres because the first assessment, no, Sheena, you're not strategic. You're not what we're looking for. And so I went, well, what are you looking for? I'll do it. So I went again. And no, Sheena, you're not the strategic manager. And so for 2 years, I went to assessment centres. I became a professional assessment centre going for 2 years. I watched people go to one assessment centre and go away and go, well, it's obviously not for me because I didn't get it. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? You just keep going until you get it. I actually didn't realise, which one? Liz, I was in Pfizer. I just kept going. And the role I'm talking about, Liz, is a CEC. So I just kept going until one day somebody said yes. And I became a CEC, which was a clinical effectiveness consultant. It was like a health economic role with the pharmaceutical advising the NHS. So, but 2 years, would you hang on for 2 years? Would you keep going and getting those knocks, and have people say, you're not this, you're not that, you're not the other? I just asked the question, well, what do you want me to be? What do I have to do? That's what I kept asking. And I just did whatever they said so I could get what I wanted. Yeah? So I knew what the outcome was, and I had to find out what did I need to be to get this. And that's what we do in life as well. So for 15 flipping years, then I just decided, oh, I'm CEC number one. And I started playing a game in my mind. And I had the most fantastic time. And I finished that role as number one. It was so funny. I was also made redundant at the same time. Like, how hilarious. Yeah? So you finally get to number one and then they get rid of you. It's just like so funny. Nothing's ever, you're never going to stay in one place in this life now. You've always got to have a backup plan. There's always got to be something else that you're thinking about, because even when you are the best, they still get rid of you. So don't be thinking because you're not performing they can get rid of you. It doesn't really matter. You got to have a backup plan. You've got to have something else in place. That's why I do network marketing, so that I've got something else in place. But also the network marketing has been my life savior as well as Bob Proctor. The two things just have gone hand in hand. So let this message here, treat this message on persistence as your wake-up call. This red hot message on persistence will help you get out of foothills and lead you to the very top of the mountain or all the way to the summit. It's not a chairlift. It will not make the climb any easier. You'll still attract the necessary problems, but they'll come to strengthen you. But this message will definitely make you climb to the top of the mountain a lot more fun. It will also help you develop the granite strong attitude, the certainty, the inner knowing. Persistence, you must first want something. You have to want something so much that it becomes a heated desire, a passion in your belly. You must fall in love with the idea. Yes, literally fall in love with the idea. Very few people have admitted to themselves, this is what I want. This is what I really want. And I'm prepared to give my life for it. Now listen to this next bit. Really, really important. Yes, I see your message there, Liz. So that last statement may cause you to sit up. So here's this. Very few people have admitted to themselves, this is what I really want, okay? What I really want, and I'm prepared to give my life for it. Listen to this. The last statement may cause you to sit up and say, wait a minute, that's fine. But you should seriously think about it, because you're already giving your life for what you are doing. What are you doing? What are you trading your life for? Is it a fair trade? Remember, whatever you're doing, was it your decision? Or was it somebody else's? Did somebody else decide that that was a decision for you? You could possibly be one of those unfortunate people who have been wandering the foothills, leaving the decisions of where you're going and what you're doing with your life to other people. Just following. Always following. Wow. Because you're afraid of people laughing at you? Are you afraid of people criticizing you? First they laugh, then they criticize, then they want to know and follow. It happens every single time. Now, if you can get over yourself, because that's just your ego. Your ego is not going to give you, it's not going to pay your bills, and it's not going to give you a life of your dreams. What dreams did you give up on? Let this message be your wake-up call. If you want to have a chat with me and you want me to wake you up, I love waking people up. I love giving you that challenge. If you're ready for that challenge, I'm going to put my Calendly link up here after. And if you want to be challenged and you're prepared to be challenged by me, because I am a good little challenger, let me tell you, but I do it with a smile on my face and I do it with love in my heart. I want to give you a little slap around the face. If you're stuck where you are, listen, I had some amazing calls with people yesterday, and where people had such great ideas, but then thought, well, people are laughing at me. I will not laugh at you. As long as your idea is moral and doesn't hurt anybody else, you can do what the heck you want. Does it inspire you? Does it give you passion? I'm giving you the tools. Like, you've got the paradigm shift. You've got the Bob Proctor program for 6 months. You've got network marketing for the rest of your goddamn life. I'm giving you some tools. I've also got other tools as well that you might be interested in, but that's enough for now. Have a chat with me. You don't have to do what I do, but I can help you see what maybe you want to do. I don't know unless you have a call with me. So I'm going to put it up there and schedule a 30-minute chat with me. Chances are it ends up being a lot longer because I get so involved in what it is that you want to do. So listen, you want to invest some time and money, this is your wake-up call. And you know what? Don't say, I haven't got persistence and consistency, because you do have. You're persistent and consistent in something. You can persistently get up for a job that you don't like, or you're persistently and consistently in a relationship that's not fulfilling you. You're persistent and consistent at a lot of things in life. We just switch the focus. What do you want to focus on? Where's your heart taking you? I'd love to hear. Listen, have an awesome Saturday. Get on the freaking paradigm shift. Make a call with me. Let's see what we can do together. Yeah, I'm here to support you all the way. So have an awesome day. See ya.